The death of Mallory Dye shook the community, and the man who drove drunk and killed her now faces a possible life sentence. News Channel 3's Sharon Roget sat down with one of Raymond Morua's former professors who talked about the Iraq War vets' fall from grace.
Here is another meeting. So this is when he admitted that he had committed a manslaughter.
Dr. Farzin Nasri showed me pages and pages of newspaper clippings he's kept as he's followed this tragedy since it happened back in December.
It is very sad for a faculty member to see a student that he considered to be a rising star to find himself in this kind of a situation.
A longtime professor at Santa Barbara City College, UCSB, and now Ventura College, Dr. Nasri has known Raymond Morua for about 6 years and says this 32-year-old Iraq War veteran, UCSB graduate, and former congressional aide to Lois Capps was making a name for himself.
From one side, I can totally empathize, with the Dye's family, and on the other side, I see a young man who was on his way to achieve the American dream. Basically lost all of it, because of a huge mistake.
A Ventura native, Morua was a student of Dr. Nasri's at Ventura College in 2008 and 2009. He did so well in his classes that he became a tutor and one of Dr. Nasri's best students over his 30-year career. A student that not only excelled in academics, but who was very much involved with community affairs.
He was one of the most important people behind making the campus smoke-free. And then also he persuaded the Associated Student Body to donate $20,000 to the college so that the college could reinstate 4 summer classes it had to cancel due to budget constraints.
But this grade A student had a dark side. 2 prior DUIs in 2006, a previous hit-and-run conviction, driving with a suspended license, and grand theft. Following his career in the military, Morua had openly admitted to problems with alcohol brought on by post-traumatic stress disorder, but said he was overcoming it. Then came December 6, 2013, his 3rd strike. When he struck Mallory Dye, Morua was driving with a .17 blood alcohol level, more than twice the legal limit. He ran away from the scene where she was trying to cross the road on Anacapa Street. Others chased him until he crashed his car and was later arrested. Mallory Dye was taken off life support 5 days later.
The thing that saddens me a lot is that he spent so much time to try to make the transition from combat to civilian life much easier for other veterans. But based on what he said both before and after this tragic event and his bizarre behavior on the night of this event, I think that probably he needed more help himself.
Morua did help other vets as president of UCSB's Student Veterans Organization. But Dr. Nasri says if there's one positive thing that has come from this tragedy, it's the awareness it's creating.
In the past, when I talked about drinking and driving, everybody thought that this belonged to somebody else. It never happens to them. But when I take Raymond's picture now, about a week before the event, when he was this keynote speaker at Santa Barbara City College, and then a week after that in handcuffs after he was arrested, and a couple of weeks after that in handcuffs when he pleaded guilty to manslaughter, and I show this in class to the students, they know that this can happen to them.
Morua pleaded guilty to gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated and fleeing the scene of an accident. He also admitted to 2 prior DUIs. He'll be sentenced May 28th and faces 20 years to life in state prison. In Santa Barbara, Sharon Roget, News Channel 3.